2020 will mark the end of an incredible run for Jimmie Johnson, the 48 team in Hendrick Motorsports, as he enters his last full-time season. Today we're here to talk about him and his potentials this season and just really get into the depths and numbers and stuff and see how he can really do this season. This will not be like my full championship predictions. Obviously, it's only about Jimmie Johnson. This is the only driver I'm doing it for just because it is his last season. And because of how big of a name he is, this is pretty much just for him. Not every driver will get this in the retirement year, but yeah, Jimmie gets it because he's done so much and he's been very successful. And yeah, but before we get into that, Saturday, mark your calendars. We're going to do a full season preview. Everything, championship pick, big race picks, playoff picks, everything will be in there. So Saturday, get ready for that. But first, we're going to talk about Jimmie Johnson, 7-time champion. Can he get 8? Let's get into it. So Jimmie Johnson has not won since June of 2017. It is 2020, and he has not won since 2017. If I were to go back to 2016 and tell you that, you would think I was crazy and probably slap me in the face or laugh and call me an idiot. Well, that's happened. Winless the last 2 seasons, 5 combined top 5s, and only 23 combined top 10s in 72 points-paying races. You heard me right there. Now, he did win at the Clash last year, so he's won something, but it wasn't a points-paying race, and it wasn't exactly worth as much as a normal race. He missed the playoffs for the first time in his career, and he's the only driver who's made the playoffs every year in his career. He missed it for the first time last year, 2018, and at the end of 2018, him and longtime crew chief Chad Knaus split up. So he's had a lot of changes over the last couple of years. Not even to mention last year he had a crew chief change midseason, changing from Kevin Mendering to Cliff Daniels. So he's had a lot happen to him. And also the sponsor, I'm forgetting a lot of things, but his sponsorship, he lost his Lowe's, who he's had since the beginning of his career, and now he has Ally. I think I got it all there. Anyways, back to Jimmie. Let's answer this question first. Can he win this year? Yes, he can win this year. He is still 7-time champion with 83 wins, Jimmie Johnson. I would not be surprised if he won any race this year. Okay, he is still 7-time champion, 83 win, Jimmie Johnson. All right? There, I said it. He can win. Will he win? That is a great question, and that is a more reasonable question. Will he win? My heart wants to say yes. My brain wants to say maybe. So here's what I'm looking at. You look at some of his best seasons. 10 wins in 2007, 8 wins in 2004, 7 wins in 2008 and 2009. He's had a lot of seasons where he's just racked up wins. Like, well, gosh, he's had a lot of 5-win seasons. Let's go through it. 2016, 2015, 2013, 2012, 2010, 2009, 2008, 2007, 2004. So he's had 9 5-win seasons. That's a lot. So he has had breakout seasons where he's had big winning numbers. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I personally don't think it's going to happen, but he is capable of it. Now, he's also had low seasons, but his lowest amount of win total is 2. 2 outside of his winless seasons. 2 wins. And that was in 2011. He's Jimmie freaking Johnson. I don't know what else I need to say, but obviously he has had a lot of success in his career, and I expect him to win this year. What places could it happen at? You have Dover, where he's won, 11, 12 times, the most of all time at that track. He's got 9 wins at Martinsville. He's got 7 wins at Texas. He's won everywhere except for Chicago and Watkins Glen and the Roval, I believe. And he's had good runs there. Last year at Chicago, he was having a solid run overall, I remember. Led some laps at the beginning. I think he got a top 10. Watkins Glen, I don't think he did that great there. I don't remember. But the Roval, I remember he almost won in 2018. I do remember that. We all remember that. But I think he's got the potential to win anywhere. But just looking at recent numbers, how he's done recently, I think Texas is a place that he could very well win at. As I said, historically, he has 7 wins there. But you also look at recent times. Remember last year in the fall, he was running in the top 5 when he crashed out of the race and ended up finishing 30-something. But he was in the top 5. He was running up there, holding his own before that incident. And he ended up finishing top 5 and leading over 60 laps in the spring at Texas last year. So Texas is a track I think that he needs to look at for winning. That's definitely a place he's had recent success at, which is something he can't say that much of. And then obviously career success. Another place, the short tracks. Hendrick Motorsports has been really good at the short tracks recently. You saw Chase Elliott run really good in the Bristol night race last year. Top 5, I believe. Jimmie Johnson had a couple top 5s there in 2018, I believe. I know he got top 5 in the spring. I don't remember what he did in the fall. But he was able to get up there. He was able to hold his own. He was able to run up front and finish up front. So if he can have some better luck, luck is another issue. He's had crappy luck the last couple of years. But if he can have some luck and have a good enough car and stay up there with that track position, watch out for him to win. But, yeah, championship, let's be honest. All right, I want it. You want it. I don't see it. Spoiling my season preview. Sorry, I don't think Jimmie wins it. All right, I'm sorry, but it's just been too inconsistent. Ever since 2017, it's been a downfall. Even if you look at 2017's numbers, he did have those 3 wins, but 4 top 5s and 11 top 10s. Those top 10s match or were worse than his 2018 and 2019 numbers, and those were the 2 worst years of his career. So 2017 really wasn't even as good as that 2018 and 2019 season, except for he had 3 wins. It really was, it was a crappy season for him in 2017. He made it to the round of 8. He had 3 wins, but outside of that, it kind of sucked that year. I mean, you can't really say anything else, but I hope he has a Jeff Gordon-type season. Not that he doesn't win. I hope he gets 9 wins and is 1 win short of Gordon. That would be ironic. But I think he gets in the playoffs, win or not win. I think he's got the potential to get in the playoffs for sure. I think he gets in. How far he advances depends on how good their cars are, how well they're progressing, momentum, that kind of stuff. It just depends on that. Obviously, playoff points too. But I think they could get out of the first round. I think they could definitely. They have the capability of that. But after the second round, that's when it's going to get tough. I just don't know. After that. So I'm going to say after the round of 12, he gets eliminated. But hopefully he can make a Gordon run, try to go out winning in style. But, yeah, that's it. Jimmie Johnson, he's got the championship capability for sure. I don't think anyone's questioned that. But also just the recent failures he's had, or not failures, but the recent bad luck and bad seasons he's had, it's not looking good for him to get an 8th championship, but I do expect him to win in his final season in the Cup Series. So I do expect him to win, but I don't think he'll win the championship. And obviously I told you where I think he can win in the season. I think he can win anywhere, but I gave some specific locations. And yeah, but it's weird. It's weird to say Jimmie Johnson's gone after this year, but that's it. That's all I got for today. Expect videos I told you about Saturday. But other than that, just keep your eye out. We'll have a fun one. So if you liked it, leave a like. If you like Jimmie Johnson, leave a like. If you tell me how you think Jimmie's going to do in the comments, and then subscribe.